Bitch, I got your man. Said you bad, ho, come catch him if you can. This lighting is very, like, specular. Oh my goodness. Excuse me. I look like a mom, actually middle-aged mother of 4 that, like, is a housewife and is really good at cooking. And the fact of the matter is that I'm none of these things. Hello! Before this starts, I just want to tell you guys that it is currently... Oh, I'm so tired. It is February 4th. I'm sorry this video is really late. I just haven't... I'm gonna just be honest, I haven't edited in so long. So this is a little late, but I really like the video, so I wanted to still, you know, upload it. So I hope you guys enjoy and you guys learn something and make it useful for the rest of your year. Because I'm gonna be honest, I haven't listened to myself in this video at all for the first month of the year, and I need to change that, and I thought that uploading this and seeing how other people react to it might help. So, yeah, enjoy. Why don't I like this? How do we feel about this? Should I sit on the ground? Hi, welcome to my floor. I figured it out, okay? The light's gonna do whatever it wants to do though, okay? And we're gonna have to live with that. Today I'm filming a video a little bit late, but like, what do you expect from me? That's kind of just how I've been recently. I kind of wanted to talk about like 2020. I get people are like, oh, New Year's resolutions, like, they're stupid. And then other people are like, yeah, New Year's resolutions, I'm gonna better myself. And like, can we just meet in the middle and just say, like, if you're gonna change something about yourself, at least you're doing it. Like, at least you're trying. Throughout 2019, I kind of learned a lot of different things. And like, ooh, you learned a lot of different things. Like, you're here to listen if you want to. If not, you don't have to. But this is just kind of like a new year, new me type thing. I hate that voice. I do that voice way too often. It's because I'm trying to, like, make people feel like I'm not an idiot, but then I sound simultaneously like an idiot, so it just kind of defeats the purpose. These are just like different things that I want to change to make 2020 better for myself and for the people that I choose to bring into my life, I guess you could say. So I have this journal, aka a diary, but journal sounds more grown up. It makes me sound less like a 13-year-old girl with boy problems. I write in it a lot more recently than I have been because that's something I want to work on this year. So I was just like bored one day and I just started writing down things. So I have like 2 pages full of talking points. So if I look down, it's just because my little bird brain can't hold all the information that I want it to. The first thing is being true to myself. This is something that is very hard for everybody to do, and everybody says that, and it's just because it is solely the truth. I'm a very big people pleaser. I like to please the people around me, and I'll like put myself in a box so that more people will quote unquote like me, and that's not the way to live your life, let me tell you. That's how you get involved with friend groups that like don't care about you, friend groups that are like a trio, and then there's the one friend that doesn't fit in as much. I've been that a lot, and when I meet new people, I try to put myself in a little box. I don't completely show who I am and stuff about me because I'm very scared that people aren't gonna like me. You guys heard it here, folks. I'm gonna be more true to myself this year. I'm gonna try to figure out like my vibe, like who I am, my own style. I've kind of just fallen into, let's be a trendy teen, let's do this, let's wear this. If you truly don't like something, do not do it. Why would you waste your energy doing something you don't like? You know what I mean? These two kind of just go together. So it's like, stop apologizing for everything and stop trying to justify everything that you do for other people. Don't not say sorry. If you do something that hurts someone, say sorry. What's an example of this? If somebody just says something, you're like, oh, I'm sorry. Haha, I'm kind of in a bad mood right now, I'm sorry. Like, saying I'm sorry and not meaning it, my friend Sophia also says this is one of the worst things you can do because it has like defeated the purpose of I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry almost doesn't mean anything anymore because people use it so fluently, so much that like I'm sorry doesn't really have that much of an effect anymore because the amount of times people say I'm sorry on the daily. You don't have to apologize for everything you do. Just because you like something and someone else doesn't mean you need to apologize to them. I don't know if that makes sense. Try and notice how many times you say I'm sorry and keep track of it for a day and just see. I kind of want to do that now. You don't have to try and take responsibility for every single thing in your life. Of course, if something is your fault, you take responsibility for it. If there's things that you can't control and you're still blaming it on yourself and being like, oh, I hate myself because I this, and I hate myself because of this, and like, if you literally can't control it, then stop trying to take the blame for it. You know what I mean? This one is really big. I'm a Cancer. I don't have Cancer, but I am a Cancer. That's like my sign or whatever. I don't get too much into it, but I do know things, like small things about being a Cancer, and I know that being a Cancer makes you very emotional, and I am that. And it also means like you have a really big heart, and you'd want to do things for other people, and you like making people happy and different stuff like that. Something that I'm going to focus on doing more this year is not opening my heart up to so many people, because I have this really, really bad toxic, I guess you could say, behavior. Not like, I'm not trying to say like it makes me a bad person, but it doesn't help myself in the slightest. People really don't care. People really don't care. People care enough to create drama about it and create drama about you. They don't technically or necessarily care about your personal problems. They just like sharing all of your problems with other people to try to make themselves feel better. And it's like immediately I just want to open up to everybody, and I want people to understand why I am the way I am. You don't owe that to anybody. People don't need to know everything about you. It's kind of cool that there's so many things that can be going on with people that you have no idea about. And I'm not saying like bad things are cool, but like everybody's life and everybody's story is so much different, and you will never know everybody's story. Hey guys, this is like 1 month future Alana, so she's just so much more knowledgeable now. Not really. I think what I was trying to say was that like the fact that all of these people have such different stories in your life, and somehow you guys are all together at the exact same time, I think that's very cool. And like you don't always know everything about a person. Literally what you know about someone is this big compared to their whole life. I just think that that's cool that everybody can be themselves in that way. There's only one you, baby. So be yourself. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm sorry. I saw this thing. I can put it on the screen if I can find it, but it's like somebody's life and then how much you know about it. You don't need to judge people off of the things that other people have said about them, because again, people blow things out of proportion to try to make themselves sound better. That's just draining, because then you feel like you owe everybody an explanation for every single thing that happens to you. It also can scare people away. And if you go full force like, this happened to me, this is my childhood trauma, what do you think? You got any childhood trauma? Let me know about it. Like, if you do that, you could really easily scare somebody away right away that isn't comfortable about who isn't comfortable about opening up about things like that yet. Something else I need to focus on is keeping to myself more. I've gotten a lot better at doing things for myself and being able to be comfortable being alone, but throughout my life I've always been a person that searches for relationships. I've searched for somebody just to love me, I guess you could say. I've always wanted to be with somebody who like really showed they care about me and all this stuff. I did a love language test, and my love language is personal touch, and no, I'm not horny, I guess. I mean, I'm not gonna go there. We're not gonna go there here. If somebody gives me a hug, or like, it literally just shows me how much somebody can like care about me, and it's just like, that's just how I am, that's how I'm wired. If I had to guess, my second would be a words of affirmation, and that's just like reassurance. I am one of the people that needs reassurance throughout like every single day, because I've never actually been like in a real relationship. Like, I had a boyfriend in 8th grade, but we dated for a month and a half, and he cheated on me with 2 of my friends. I've never had a boyfriend. I'm 19, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but like, I've been single this whole time, but I've never really been okay with it, I guess you could say. I've always been looking for somebody to complete me, but in retrospect, you just kind of have to complete yourself. Like, this is you, and you don't need anybody else. Like, you need to be able to be comfortable with who you are and how you feel, figure that out, and love yourself before you can love someone else. And I know everybody says that, but it's because it's the truth. Something I'm gonna try and work on more this year is that I do deserve to be loved in the way that I want to love other people. That's always been really hard for me, because if somebody shows just a little bit of interest, I'm just like, bring it here, baby, let's get married. Like, not actually, and it's not that intense. I've always just like tried to get them to be a part of my life, and I've tried to force things, and it never works. It ends up having me hurt in the end, because they never wanted it like that, and I wanted something so badly. Being able to accept the past and move on from it, bad things happen. They do. Relationships end, people end, friendships end, everything comes to an end at some point, usually. You kind of just have to accept that and be okay with that, and know that just because you were hurt like that in the past doesn't mean that you're gonna get hurt like that in the future. Just because I haven't technically had a boyfriend doesn't mean that I haven't been with other guys and people that have done something that hurt me. Not everybody's gonna be like that, and if you don't let things into your life, you're never gonna be happy and satisfied. Honestly, that's not healthy, because that person is not your ex. That person is not the person who hurt you. They're a whole nother person, and may they hurt you too. I don't know. You don't know until you get yourself into the situation. Like, you have to just learn to reopen your heart. You literally can only control the present. You can't control the things that happened in the past, and the future's already gonna happen. It's already gonna happen. Your whole life is planned out. If you're spiritual at all, you would believe that, and if you're not, that's okay. But I do believe that the future is all planned out already, and you're just, whatever you do in the present is already taking you to that. It's very hard to wrap your brain around if you don't really understand it. I am trying to be more law of attraction this year, talking things into your life and bringing things into your life just by simply thinking that you can do it is something that I'm gonna focus on more this year. Being able to live in the moment is also something I've always been scared of, and I really want to just live in the moment and make a bunch of memories this year. Like, just go out and do something. Alana, you're 19. You do not need to sit in your house and edit a YouTube video and watch YouTube videos every single night, all night, and not hang out with people your age. Like, what are you doing? Or making TikToks by yourself. At least make some with a friend. Like, grow up, Alana, you know? Recognizing toxicity in your life, calling it out and getting rid of it. Usually when people treat me like shit, I kind of just let it happen, and I don't really like try to defend myself. You don't deserve to be treated a certain way in hopes that somebody will care about you. Does that make sense? Like, if somebody's like purposely not opening something of yours and you really like them and they won't talk to you or they won't hang out with you or something like that, that's kind of just proof that somebody doesn't like you the way that you like them, and you kind of just have to learn that that's toxic behavior for them to only come to you when they want something. Even when I notice that and I know that it's like a bad thing, I don't really get rid of it, because I'm just kind of like, well, it's fine. I mean, like, they obviously care about me because they do want to be around me sometimes. It's just like, you have to get rid of things that don't react and treat you the way that you treat them and love you the way that you love them. I feel like this is just kind of like a really sad video right now. Like, it's supposed to be like, yeah, 2020. This one is really big. Spend less on stuff and more on moments. I've gotten into a really bad habit, and I'm sure many of you have, with online shopping. By the click of a button, you can spend millions of dollars. I remember I literally left class to buy a sweatshirt that had just dropped, and I spent like $60 on a sweatshirt just like that, because it already had all of my card information and everything. I literally left class to buy it, and I wore it maybe twice, and then I got rid of it because I didn't wear it, and there was no point in me having it in my closet if I wasn't gonna wear it. You just want something right away, and then all of a sudden you have it. You just buy it, and then you realize that like you didn't really want it as bad as you thought you did, and then you don't wear it, you waste money. So this year I want to spend more money on maybe like traveling or going to concerts rather than materialistic things, buying a bunch of shit that I don't need. I'm talking my problems out. You guys are my therapist. I don't have one, so like the talking to myself and talking to a camera really just helps. A big thing I want to do this year is change my style. Right now, you can see this. I kind of look like a mom. A little bit, like, I don't know. I feel like I just look like a little mom. My goal is not to be mom, to look like a mom, but like my goal is to be more minimalist and more basic with some of my outfits. Not like, ooh, basic bitch outfit. Like, I kind of want to just start to find my own style. I don't want to be as, like, I want to be colorful still, but I don't want to be as colorful as I have been in the past year. Of course, like, I still will be colorful sometimes because that's just who I am. I'm a very loud, energetic, colorful person. Ugh, I don't like complimenting myself. That's something I also need to work on this year, is like, it's okay to say something good about yourself. You don't have to be self-deprecative. I don't think that's how you say that. Self-deprecative? Depreciative? Help me. Just help me. You don't have to talk bad about yourself as a personality trait on the internet just to try and get people to laugh so that other people can't make fun of you as much as you're making fun of yourself, so then you feel better. You can say good things about yourself and you can be happy in your own skin, and that's a big thing that I think a lot of people on the internet need to learn. Wow, I really went off on a tangent there. I was talking about my clothing style. Well, anyways, I do want more chill vibes with my clothing and I want to be more classy. The last thing that I want to talk about, which is really important to me, is eating habits. I've always had problems with eating. Something that I'm gonna learn and make sure I enforce into my brain this year is that food is meant to fuel you. You literally have to have it to fuel yourself. Being a college athlete, especially being a college runner, like, I have to eat. Food is your friend. Food is your friend. Get it through your head, Alana. I think I'm doing this for myself, but also you guys, if you guys didn't know that, food is your friend. Like, it's okay to eat. And it's okay that if you eat something bad, it's not going to ruin your life. Eat good food. You can eat bad shit. It doesn't matter. You only live once. If you want to eat a fucking piece of cake, eat a piece of cake. I am not the person to turn down cake or cookies, like, ever. But, like, make sure you're getting nutrients, like eating some vegetables and fruit. Something else is protein equals good. Protein is good for you. It helps restore your muscles. And I know that, like, I've noticed veganism and vegetarianism has kind of just been like a really big trend that everybody's been following, and I can say that I've been a part of that too. Personally, for my life, I'm trying to people please right now. I'm gonna eat meat. I'm gonna do it. I've done it my whole life, and I'm gonna continue to do it because it does have health benefits. I know that eating less meat will be better for the environment and the world that we live in, and I do try to eat less meat. Okay, what I'm going with here is like red meat. I kind of cut that out of my life for a really long time because I know that it can be bad for the environment and everything like that. But also, like, sorry. My ferritin levels, if you don't know what ferritin is like put oxygen into your blood, and it's like it has to do with your iron and everything. And I have a ferritin level of 8.8. And when you're a college athlete, you should not be under 40. And I think a lot of the reason is because I wasn't getting any iron in my diet other than like a little bit of spinach every day. Like, I think that was it. Of course, like, you can take iron supplements and everything, but my doctor didn't prescribe me one. I'm just supposed to eat more meat. So, like, I literally have to for my body. All my fellow anemia bitches out there, you understand. And maybe I could do other stuff, but as of right now, that's just what I'm doing. So, life update. But I do know that I do need some meat in my life, and that's just how it is. I kind of got into this thing where I wasn't eating any protein because I just, like, thought, like, I couldn't eat protein because nobody else was eating protein anymore, and, like, blah, blah, blah. And it was, like, the stupidest thing ever because I get very, very sensitive when it comes to food, and that's something I want to work on this year. And being able to look in the mirror and being happy with what I see, again, that's very hard to do, but it is something that is so rewarding when you figure it out and once you're happy in your own skin. And also, I kind of just want to, like, look in the mirror when I wake up every day and just be like, hey, you look good, have a good day. Because I've gotten this thing where I'm fixated on when I wake up. The first thing I do, this sounds so weird, but I touch my stomach. And then I look at myself in the mirror and I decide how I'm gonna feel, if I'm gonna feel fat that day or if I'm not. And that's like really toxic behavior, and I want to focus less on that, and when I wake up just to focus on, maybe I'll like write in my journal, I'll drink some coffee, I'll eat some breakfast, and then I'll either go to school, go to work, whatever it is that I have to do, hang out, edit a video. I don't know, I just want to focus more on being happy in my own skin. And 2020, make that thing your bitch. That's all I had to really say, I think. I hope you guys learned something, and I hope you guys can take some of this and use it in your own life for the rest of this year. But let's make 2020 our bitch. But I love you guys, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye! Sorry I didn't kiss you, but it's obvious I wanted to.